They call it paradise. But what if I told you the real Dubai is nothing like what you see on Instagram? Walk through any luxury mall in Dubai at sunset and you'll notice something that stops everyone in their tracks. The women here possess an elegance that seems almost otherworldly. Tall, graceful, moving with a confidence that comes from being part of one of the wealthiest societies on earth. But here's what nobody tells you. Behind that glamour lies a reality so complex, so carefully hidden, that most visitors leave without ever glimpsing the truth. And by the end of this, you'll understand why the authorities work so hard to keep certain things out of sight. The desert that became a dream. Dubai rises from the Arabian desert like a mirage that somehow became real. This emirate sits on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, bordered by Abu Dhabi to the south, Sharjah to the northeast, and the stunning turquoise waters of the Persian Gulf stretching endlessly to the north. But here's what makes this location absolutely extraordinary. Just decades ago, this was nothing but sand and a small fishing village. Today it's home to the tallest building on Earth and draws over 15 million visitors annually. The transformation happened so fast that elderly locals remember when there were no paved roads. None. Now wait until you hear what powered this impossible metamorphosis. The geography they don't advertise. The emirate covers roughly 4,000 square kilometers, but only a fraction is the glittering metropolis you see in photos. Drive 30 minutes in any direction from downtown and you'll find yourself in vast stretches of desert where temperatures soar past 50 degrees Celsius in summer. The landscape shifts from towering dunes painted gold by the setting sun to flat gravel plains that seem to stretch into infinity. Along the coast, the contrast becomes almost surreal. Pristine beaches meet ultramodern skyscrapers while traditional dhow boats still sail the same waters where billion-dollar yachts now anchor. But there's something about this geographical positioning that gives Dubai an advantage few realize. It sits almost perfectly between east and west, making it an ideal hub for commerce, travel, and something else entirely that we'll uncover shortly. Borders and hidden neighbors. Understanding Dubai means understanding its place within the United Arab Emirates, a federation of 7 emirates established in 1971. The borders here aren't like what you're used to. Drive from Dubai into Sharjah and you might not even notice you've crossed into a completely different emirate with entirely different laws. Alcohol legal in one, banned in another. The same road, different rules. This creates situations that most tourists never suspect exist. And here's where it gets interesting. The UAE shares borders with Oman and Saudi Arabia, 2 nations with vastly different approaches to culture and religion. This positioning forces Dubai to walk an incredibly delicate tightrope. Progressive enough to attract Western tourists and businesses, traditional enough not to offend its powerful neighbors. But maintaining this balance requires controlling information in ways that would shock most visitors. The women who captivate the world. Let's address what everyone notices but few dare discuss openly. The women of Dubai and the broader UAE present a fascinating paradox. You'll see Emirati women in elegant abayas and designer handbags shopping alongside Russian models in haute couture and Indian expatriates in vibrant traditional dress. The diversity is staggering. Emirati women themselves are among the most educated in the Arab world, with more women than men attending universities. They drive, they work in government, they run businesses. Yet they navigate social expectations that outsiders struggle to comprehend. And then there are the thousands of women from dozens of countries who've made Dubai home, drawn by opportunities or circumstances that vary wildly from person to person. Some arrive chasing dreams of luxury and success. Others find themselves trapped in situations they never imagined. This duality defines so much of what Dubai really is beneath its polished surface. Traditional culture meets hyperspeed modernity. Emirati culture stems from Bedouin roots, built on values of hospitality, honor, and family loyalty that remain powerful even as skyscrapers pierce the clouds. Visit a traditional majlis and you'll experience warmth and generosity that feels genuine and profound. Coffee ceremonies, dates offered to guests, conversations that prioritize relationship over transaction. This authentic culture exists, but it's increasingly overshadowed by something else entirely. The malls, the restaurants, the entertainment districts cater to an international crowd with money to spend. Arabic music competes with Western pop. Traditional dishes share menu space with every cuisine imaginable. The result feels less like cultural fusion and more like cultural confusion. Young Emiratis sometimes seem caught between honoring their heritage and embracing a globalized lifestyle that their grandparents couldn't have conceived. And this tension creates cracks where uncomfortable truths slip through. The workforce nobody talks about. Here's what they definitely don't want in tourist brochures. Dubai's spectacular growth was built on the backs of migrant workers, primarily from South Asia and Southeast Asia. These men and women live in labor camps far from the glittering downtown, working construction, hospitality, domestic service. The kafala system, which ties workers' visas to their employers, creates power imbalances that human rights organizations have condemned for years. Passports confiscated, wages withheld, conditions that would be illegal in the countries most tourists come from. Walk through the old neighborhoods of Dara and Bur Dubai in the early morning, and you'll see thousands of workers beginning their day. The invisible force that keeps the fantasy functioning. The contrast between their reality and the luxury they build and maintain is jarring. Many send most of their earnings home, living on almost nothing, dreaming of better futures for their children. This is the engine that powers the spectacle, and it's carefully kept out of the glossy promotional videos. Money, power, and the rules that bend. Dubai's economy exploded initially on oil wealth, but the visionaries leading the Emirate New Petroleum wouldn't last forever. They pivoted brilliantly toward trade, tourism, finance, and real estate. Today, oil accounts for less than 1% of Dubai's GDP. The city became a tax haven, a luxury destination, a place where money could flow with minimal questions asked. This attracted wealth from everywhere. Russian oligarchs, Chinese entrepreneurs, Indian industrialists, Nigerian princes, African diamond traders, and yes, people escaping scrutiny in their home countries. The openness to capital has a dark side. Money laundering investigations repeatedly point to Dubai's real estate sector. Luxury cars, yachts, apartments purchased in cash with no real oversight. The government insists it's cracking down, implementing reforms and transparency measures. But old habits die hard when the entire economy depends on attracting and keeping vast sums of money flowing through. The social scene behind closed doors. Dubai's nightlife presents another carefully maintained illusion. Yes, there are clubs, bars, beach clubs that rival anything in Europe or America. Beautiful people, expensive bottles, DJ sets that last until dawn. But look closer at who's really there and what's really happening. The gender ratios in many venues skew heavily male. Groups of men celebrating, looking for company. And there's an entire informal economy built around providing that company. Nobody discusses it openly, but everyone knows. Women from dozens of countries work in this gray zone. Some by choice, some through coercion, some in situations so complicated that simple judgments feel inadequate. The authorities periodically crack down, arrest people, make examples. Then things quiet down until next time. This pattern repeats endlessly. The same government that promotes family values and Islamic principles tacitly allows this underground economy to flourish because it's part of what makes Dubai attractive to a certain type of visitor and resident. The most famous places and what they really mean. The Burj Khalifa dominates every skyline photo, reaching 828 meters into the sky. It's an engineering marvel and a symbol of ambition without limits. But it's also a metaphor for Dubai itself. Beautiful from a distance, impressive up close, but built on foundations that make some people uncomfortable. The Palm Jumeirah, the artificial archipelago shaped like a palm tree, represents the same impulse. Humans literally reshaping geography to serve luxury and spectacle. The Dubai Mall, one of the largest shopping centers on Earth, contains an aquarium, an ice rink, hundreds of stores selling everything imaginable. People come from across the Middle East and beyond just to shop here. These landmarks put Dubai on the map, made it famous throughout the Arab world and globally. Yet they also represent the relentless commercialism that defines the Emirates' identity. A place where almost everything is for sale and value is measured primarily in dirhams, dollars, or euros. The truth about living here. Expatriates make up roughly 90% of Dubai's population. Think about that. Only 1 in 10 residents is actually Emirati. This creates a strange dynamic where the majority of people living somewhere have no long-term stake in it. Most expats are on temporary visas, knowing they'll eventually leave. This transience affects everything. Relationships feel temporary. Communities struggle to form depth. People work hard, save money, and often count down days until they can leave or retire somewhere else. For many South Asian workers, the math still makes sense. Earning $500 or euros monthly in Dubai beats what they'd make at home, despite the hardship. For Western professionals, the tax-free salaries can be irresistible, even if the lifestyle feels hollow after a while. Emirati citizens themselves live in a bubble of privilege, receiving government benefits, guaranteed jobs, and protections that others can only dream about. This creates a stratified society where your passport determines your opportunities and your vulnerabilities in ways that would shock people from countries with stronger legal protections. What this all means. So here's the shocking truth they don't want you to see. Dubai isn't good or evil. It's complicated. It's a place where spectacular ambition coexists with exploitation, where modernity and tradition clash daily, where beauty and darkness exist side by side. The women who captivate visitors range from empowered professionals to vulnerable migrants struggling to survive. The gleaming towers were built by men living in conditions most tourists never witness. The luxury exists because rules bend for those with money and power. Understanding Dubai means accepting these contradictions without easy answers. It's simultaneously a beacon of what human ambition can achieve and a cautionary tale about what gets sacrificed in pursuit of endless growth. The country itself, the United Arab Emirates, represents one of the most unusual experiments in nation-building, a confederation where tradition and transformation battle constantly for dominance. Whether you see it as inspiration or warning probably says more about you than about Dubai. Join the conversation. Now we want to hear from you. Which city or country are you watching from right now? What do you think about what we've just revealed? Does this change how you see Dubai, or does it make you want to visit and see for yourself? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we read every single one. And if this video opened your eyes to something new, click that hype button right now. Smash the like button too because it's completely free and it genuinely helps this channel grow and reach more people who deserve to know these truths. We appreciate every single one of you who takes that extra second to support what we're doing. Finally, don't go anywhere. Click one of the videos appearing on your screen right now to discover even more incredible curiosities about places and stories the world doesn't usually talk about. Trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next.